Hi everyone, it's Tracy. Welcome back to my channel. And very quickly, I showed the sketch that we were using in our Secret Not Secret Kit Club on Facebook. Christina had posted that sketch for us to use. It was a challenge, and it was to help us use up a little bit of the remnants of our paper that we had left over. And I absolutely love it. Of course, I love a sketch, and I've said that so many times. So I wanted to first apologize. I am so sorry. You know, it's funny. I didn't even realize that I had this in telephoto. I need to get back into the wide angle. And I didn't realize till I was done making this page. So I did have some photos, some close-ups at the end that you're able to see everything at the top that you weren't able to see, you know, while I was making this. And I'm finishing up with my flourish paper that I got. It was the scrapbook.com specialty. Oh, it was something that they put together. And I got it in my January kit. And I absolutely love it. It was beautiful paper. And I have to say, this paper just lent itself to have vintage type photos or black and white photos. So I did one that I've already posted it. It is of my mother when she was 18 days old. That is one of my favorite layouts I've ever done. I just love it. But I didn't, you know, I still have some old photos of her, but I didn't want to do it again. So I found a black and white photo of myself. And I really wanted to talk about that photo because my brother took a picture of me. He was a photojournalism major when he was in college. And he saw me in the little department that I was working at, and he wanted to take my photo. And I said, okay. So I sat there and didn't think much of it, and I didn't get this until much, much later. And he had it developed, and he put it on some sort of I don't know, it was a really thick board, and it was not quite 8 by 10, but I trimmed it down. At first I scanned it, and then I trimmed it down, and I trimmed the original, to be honest with you. And I was okay with that because everything in there was nothing in there that I wanted to actually showcase in this layout as it was. But I wanted to mention, and I did mention it in my layout share, about how I felt at this time. I was 18 years old, and I was the very first time I was off to college. I went to a community college. It was about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours away from home. And it was, the only comfort that I had was that my brother was there. And we were very close. My brother and I were 50 weeks apart. So growing up, we were really, really close. In fact, we were close up until the end of the year that this happened, when I was 18, because after that we ended up going to different schools. He transferred to one school and I transferred to another, and then we just kind of lost that closeness, which is so unfortunate, but you know, that's what happened. But okay, so back to the photo. So as I'm looking at that photo, it just reminds me about how I felt when I was 18 years old. I, like most people, even nowadays, is that my parents were divorced. And at the time when my parents were divorced, none of my friends or our neighbors had divorced. So I felt very alone, you know, going through this. And it was, you know, it really messed up with my self-esteem, and I knew that well, I don't know how to describe
my
it, but
self-esteem,
I just know that I didn't feel very pretty. So as I look at that photo, I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I even feel like that? Because, you know, I can tell that I've got, you know, love in my eyes, and there was just this inner beauty that I just never, you know, thought I had. And so as I look at that, I think, oh my gosh, you know, I just wish that, I could have written a letter to myself today, to that 18-year-old girl from then, and let her know that it's okay. Everything's going to be okay, that you're beautiful, and that, life is going to be all right. And anyway, so I haven't done it yet, but that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to write a letter to myself and just, just put all these thoughts and words of wisdom, 40 years later of, to this young girl, because I know that we should be doing that to our children and our grandchildren. We should be lifting them up and lifting each other up, because life is hard. It is hard. And I wish it was easy, but it's not. Okay, so let's go back to the page. Now, currently, I am using this straight edge. I got it from scrapbook.com. Let me see. Let me find it. I kind of decoupaged that tissue paper on top of the pattern paper. And on top of it, I had put the Distress Collage Medium. And I'm just trying to, kind of get out all the wrinkles that were in the tissue paper. Anyway, it's called Dream Saver Embossing Paste Spreader. And I think I paid all of about $4 for this. And it was bigger than I thought. But I'm glad I got it. And I let it dry, which I think I am not the average scrapbooker. I'm pretty patient. So I wasn't in a huge hurry. And I just let it dry before I continued on. And what you don't see, I am so sorry. What you don't see is I'm trying to put this little, it's that card with the yellow flowers on it. I think it says love or love you on it. But I didn't want to have that shown. So I got the hummingbird and kind of covered up the words. And then on top of that, I'm putting that bloom with grace, which is so perfect because that's exactly what happened. If I do say so myself, bloom with grace. And anyway, it's so pretty. And there are some close-up photos on that. And I really fussed with that quite a bit, trying to get that just right too. And at the bottom, I had taken 2 of the tickets. They say, what is it, like Flower Market or something, and it's kind of a golden yellow and a pink. And I put it on a black, something that was from the ephemera pack. Everything in the ephemera pack was just ginormous. So I use actually 4 or 5 things from the ephemera. No, 5. And then, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things from the ephemera pack, which was excellent considering how huge they are. I'm sorry, my counting. And then I even went to my stickers and got the camera and a little bitty rose and the moth/butterfly. I'm putting down some of that paper tape that has the gold on it. And I wanted to, since the bloom is gold, I need to have a little bit more gold on my page. So I put it on the top and at the bottom of the tissue paper. And then I put some more on I don't know if I put it on yet, but it's going to go right on the right-hand corner underneath the photo and the little black thing with the flower market on it. It goes in there. You can barely see it, but I know it's there. It's just a hint of the gold. And of course, I use another doily. It's so nice getting the doilies in the kit. In fact, everything in my kit went so well together. I was so happy with everything that I received in the kit. So the lovely, it's made out of vellum. It's a little tricky how to put it on, but I had used the tacky glue in little dots on the black, and you can barely see it, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. And let's see, so that is a sticker. It says she always stops to smell the roses. And for some reason, I can't get it straight. I struggled, as you could tell, throughout this whole page. I just cannot seem to get things straight. And it's still not straight, but I am going to let it go. In the little camera, I put it down in the bottom right-hand corner on top of the flower market tickets. And then the last thing, oh yeah, I forgot. I put a little gold foil heart down, and now there's the moth, and that's where it's going to live. Or it's a butterfly. It looks like a moth. It's kind of wide. At least in my opinion, that's what I think it is. I'm looking at the sticker sheet, see if there's anything else on there. But what I end up doing is I use the alpha. It's on the, I guess, the back side of that sticker sheet. Now, these are the stickers that came exclusively with Scrapbook.com. The ones that don't come with Scrapbook.com don't have these alpha. I guess they're like tile, alpha tile. And I just put Tracy 1979. Golly, that is such a long time ago. And it just, didn't seem that long ago after all. It's funny how that is. All right, so the other thing is I seem to always do a little bit of splatters. Now this is Night Moves. It is one of the Shimmers products. And then the other thing is I use sequins from Spiegelman Scraps. I forget the name of it. It's the one that I use all the time. And I can't find the package anymore. I know I didn't use it up, but We Are Royal. I absolutely love that. Yeah, I'm almost done with those. Anyway, I don't make you watch me put all those down. There are some still shots at the end. I want to thank all my new subscribers and give a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd love to have you. All right, guys, thanks and have a great day. Bye.